what can we actually, as a rental operator, what can we do to make our business maybe a little bit better? So let's start with cost of the operation. And this is probably something that there is a lot of differences between business models, like what are you actually renting out and the categories, and also some place where you probably have a lot of stuff you can optimize.
When it comes to kind of the operational costs, so inspection and refurbishing and fulfillment processes, trying to simplify, I think we could say that there is this approach that if you're able to bundle operations to be such that you do a lot of same iterations for different products at the same time, you get some benefits out of it. So let's imagine that it's, for example, washing the bikes. If I'm able to if I have a wash station and I'm able to kind of have a dedicated time where I wash the whole fleet or 10 of them, rather than doing it one by one every there and there, it probably is more efficient for a staff member to do that maintenance operation for many items at the same time rather than a few separately. I hope we have listeners that are professionals in this, but there's it goes to almost like the manufacturing world, that what kind of a manufacturing line do you have? Do you have people that are specialized in doing one job, or does one person carry the one item over all of the operations? There's benefits to probably all of those. To simplify in terms of how do I improve the profitability or decrease the costs from these operational things, I feel that if you're able to package your operations into bulk moments, you probably are seeing more efficiency. Practical things how we've seen rental stores try to do this is that for a service location, they might, for example, set up that for this day, we give out products always between, for example, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. That way they make sure that they're highly staffed then, but after that, there shouldn't be too much foot traffic in the store. So they can have a little bit less staff, and then between, for example, the noon and let's say 3 p.m., they can focus on maintenance operations without constantly having to break those flows due to any walk-in customer. And then similarly, they might say that we receive bikes back at this time, or then they set up like a cold return station where customers can kind of self-check out and leave the items, so that at the end of the day, they do the maintenance for the items to be again ready for next day. So this is I think a practical way of trying to look into your operation, trying to understand, are these levers like setting up pickup times and return times or other configurable things in your operation, are these the ways how you can bundle operations to be done at the same time for many items rather than one by one? That's something where you need software like twice again probably to kind of control these things and make sure that your customers are aware of that when they book items, and that you can kind of predict availabilities with this knowledge forward. Another one is then, which is a classic one also in like almost like an IKEA playbook, is that instead of us building the furniture and picking up from the warehouse, what if you walk into the warehouse and you pick up the furniture yourself and go home and you actually build the furniture yourself? That would be a great way for us to save a lot of costs in order fulfillment and building up the furniture. So these are the things where you can maybe set up your offering with these things that, hey, you need to return the item cleaned. If you are running a trailer rental operation, you might have a term and condition that you need to return the item in the same condition as you, of course, took it back, or otherwise there will be charges after that. Car rentals usually, they demand that you need to return the car with the full tank and clean, even though they do cleaning in between, but it just makes sure that they have a little bit less things to clean, and maybe they just ionize it or something like that. So this is, I think, the classic book, that what might be things that you can put to the end user's responsibility to do, and thus save on your own time and effort.
So the operational costs go hand in hand with how you're actually offering the rentals. Like you mentioned in the beginning, that you might offer, for example, hour rentals or day rentals and so on. So these probably affect quite a lot, like how much are you able to bundle or optimize your operations?
Yeah, definitely. And then the more you grow your operation, if you're running like a Home Depot level thing where you have a lot of different things, you need to start to have kind of think and that I cannot apply operational logic across everything that I do. I need to be able to assign certain operational logic for this line of items, and this line of items is a bit different, and They might have different pickup locations, different warehouses, and so on. So again, you need systems where you can do this compartmentalization of your offering and operations, and to make sure that you're able to get these operational efficiencies. But if you're just starting out, it's just being kind of acknowledgeable of these maybe two high-level things of, can I make the end user do something, or can I set up my store operations in a way that I can focus on one thing at a time rather than trying to do 10 things at the same time.